Our key focus will be obviously to be able to get the logistics and tracking and tracing technology in place. Forward looking as well is our portfolio of projects that also fulfills or completes the gap that we currently have in processing and refining of key critical materials.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Alberto Rezende. He is the CEO of M2I Global. And Alberto, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Excellent, Steve. Great to see you. Been busy, right?
Yeah, well, last time you and I talked, you talked that you had signed a letter of intent to get into a merger with Volato, and that is now a definitive deal. So, first off, congratulations on that. Maybe take us back a step and remind everyone a bit about why this deal was so important to the company.
Well, there was several reasons. One of those is obviously we're looking to get listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and so that was one of the drivers. But one of the big drivers really is how their capabilities round out some of the requirements that we have, especially when it comes to blockchain and being able to support our tracking and tracing technology through blockchain ledger systems. And so they bring an awful lot of experience. They bring an awful lot of technical expertise. They've been coding and working with blockchain for quite some time. And so that was one of the really big pulls that drew us together.
And that important part of that, the blockchain part of it, really sits to what at the heart of the company you're with, obviously M2I Global, the fact that you're trying to create this supply chain within the United States, and that is enabling you with this blockchain to really move this forward at light speed.
Absolutely. We've been working with M2I. I've been working with M2I for over two years now, and what we've been focused on is building a wide range of partners to be able to source material that we can then bring to the United States and build that capability to process and refine critical minerals. And so we want to make sure that we have a very dependable, resilient, and transparent supply chain of critical minerals for the U.S. And that's what we've been building. And one of the areas that we really have been focused on is the technology aspect of being able to ensure that we can always track the source of that material throughout its life cycle. And that was one of the big things that we needed. So we needed a technological solution, and we were looking also at an application through the blockchain process that would allow us to have that dual track on making sure that we knew exactly where that material came from, as it fills our strategic mineral reserve, which is one of our initiatives.
Alberto, this new company will have some divisions in it. Obviously, what you're doing with with that side of it, but also they have an aviation part of it as well. Can you sort of talk about what the makeup of the new company is going to look like?
Well, yes, that's one of the things that we're still working on, Steve. We need to really see what it's going to look like going forward. But they do have a couple of software applications. One that manages logistics for private aircraft. Another one that is a membership service that allows folks to basically become a member that allows them access to private aircraft and being able to fly that way. So those divisions will obviously continue on. We'll have the current CEO, as we project right now, the current CEO of Volato will then step down and will continue to run those divisions.
Okay. Obviously, there has to be a vote with all the shareholders and all that kind of stuff. So if that gets through, you will become the CEO of this new company. So what will be your plans moving forward to sort of see things grow here the next 6 months to a year?
Right. Our key focus will be obviously to be able to get the logistics and tracking and tracing technology in place. Forward looking as well is our portfolio of projects that also fulfills or completes the gap that we currently have in processing and refining of key critical materials. And we've prioritized some of those projects to get after some of the ones that we really need in the United States based on some of the actions from some of the former suppliers of those materials to the United States. So that's what we'll be focused on now. And then obviously continuing to grow the aviation side of the business. So we're going to be really busy.
Well, it's going to be a very busy time for sure, and we'll have you back many more times to talk about it. Alberto, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Steve.
All right, there's Alberto Rezende. He is the CEO of M2I Global.